What's good, gun family? Urban Gun Reviews, and today on the channel I'm gonna be reviewing the Hogue Beaver Tail Grip. Let's check it out. What's good, gun family? Urban Gun Reviews. Today we're gonna be reviewing the Hogue grip for the Glock 43X. Thumbnail. But we're gonna be reviewing this real quick. My man Adrian Mateo told me to get this. He put it on all his guns. He said it's legit. It's gonna help with that recoil on the Glock 43X, and we're gonna test it out. Aesthetically, I don't really like it. I think it look a little ugly, but it does feel good on the hand. I like that little rubberness. It does feel a little good. It makes my grip a little thicker. But I do have goon tape, and I have with talon grip on here too, so that probably adds to the thickness of it. But we're gonna test it out, see if I like it, see what it's hitting for, and we'll be back. You got your ears on?
Good.
All right. I got this on Amazon.com, and the ticket on it, 16 bucks.
Oh Lord!
And it comes in 3 different colors. You can get it in OD green, flat dark earth, and you know I had to go with the black. So before we get into this review, I want to give a special shout out to my man Adrian Mateo at Adrian Mateo Guns. If you're not familiar or you're not subscribed to his channel, make sure that you go to YouTube right now and do it. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll put a card up here where you can just click that card, because I know y'all be lazy. Click that card and it'll take you directly to his channel so you can subscribe to his channel. But he puts these grips on all of his firearms, or a lot of his firearms, most of his firearms, and he was telling me about these, and I'm like, you know, every time I seen him do a video, I'm like, yo, they really like that, bro. They really like that. And he's like, yeah, he's like, they like that. You need one of these. They solid. And I'm like, you know what I mean? So I just never thought that these would even be, you know, worth the money, if they worth the bread. I never thought that, you know. So I bought one, you know, and I believe I used his code. So I'm gonna see if I can link up with him or something and see if I can get his code, so y'all can use his code, so y'all can get a little money off, just to help him get a little kickback, so it can help out his channel. All gun tubers need it, man. Like, you know, it helps us out. That's why we promote these products. A lot of times we just spending money out of our own pockets and we ain't even getting no kickback on it. So if we can help, you know, another gun tuber out, because I'm gonna need some myself, you know what I mean, some help, then, you know, I try to do those little things, you know, to help out another brother, another gun tuber, you know. So he was telling me about it. I finally broke down and I got one, and I took it to the range, and I was pleasantly surprised. All right, so one thing that I didn't like is when I put this on. Well, first thing, let me take it back some. So getting into the installation of this. So I have goon tape on here already, and I have a talon grip on here. So y'all see, this is what my 43X look like. You can't see the goon tape, it's under here, but there's goon tape under here. Now, y'all see how thick that grip is? This grip right here reminds me, if y'all got PSA daggers and y'all, you know, mess with the PSA daggers, then this reminds me of a PSA dagger. And I got rid of my dagger. One of the reasons is because the palm swell was like too thick. I didn't like it, pause, but it was just too thick to where it was uncomfortable to shoot. Adding that, the palm swell plus the undercut of the PSA dagger, it was just not pleasant for me to shoot. So I got rid of it. Luckily, my Glock doesn't have that undercut that's just weird, and you know, so the palm swell, it doesn't really make a difference to where it makes it uncomfortable to shoot. But a Hogue grip sleeve is supposed to mitigate recoil. It's supposed to make your shooting experience a little bit more flatter, because it doesn't, you know, the recoil doesn't go back into your wrist and whatever stuff like that. Whatever, you know, recoil does. But this is supposed to aid in that. And I could say, after shooting, it was a dope experience. I personally couldn't tell if it made the recoil better, if I shot flatter. I was also testing out my comp on here. This is a Ears on?
Oh.
All right, gun family, so another successful range trip. Tested out the Hogue Grip, feeling that, like that. Grab you one of those. A Radiant Ramjet and Afterburner that I installed on here, so I was testing this out at the same time as well. I was testing out different ammo grains, so this could have been a combination that made it shoot flatter, plus the Hogue Grip as well. So yeah, it definitely made the shooting experience more pleasurable. I don't feel like my 43X was really snappy to begin with, but maybe it was, maybe I just didn't really notice it. But the installation, I got off topic. The installation on this thing was crazy to the point it's just a lot. It's not a lot, but it's a little difficult if you don't really know what you're doing. So what I did is I didn't take off my Talon grip, I didn't take off my goon tape, but what I did is they suggest you take this plastic that's on the packing and help you pull it up over your frame, your grip. To me, I couldn't even figure out where to get the plastic from, so I went my own way, and what I did was I heated up, I used the heat gun and I heated up this rubber. This is rubber, so I heated it up to the point where it was, you know, a little gummy, and it was easier to pull up. Now it still was a bitch to pull up. It was still difficult to pull up on this, and it probably was because of the goon tape and the Talon grip. It might have been a lot easier if I didn't have those things on there, but I got them on there and I had to work with what I had. So I heated this up, I put it on, I heated it up for like 15-20 seconds, moving it around, not keeping it in one spot, and then I started trying to install it on here. Now you just pull it up from the bottom, take your mag off. I did have to take my mag well off. I took that off because it wouldn't go over the mag well, so I did have to take that off, the flare mag well. So I took that off, you know, heated it up, pulled it up, and then as I had it on the gun, I was, you know, hitting it with some heat too to, you know, soften it up a little bit to be able to pull it up even more. So it took me about 10-15, probably about 10 to 12 minutes to install this on here. And when I first got it on there, I was like, ugh. Like it makes it definitely a thicker feel in your hand. Boom, you know. But that beaver tail, it fits nice. I didn't think I would like the finger grooves because, you know, finger grooves give me Gen 4 vibes and made me, you know, think about Glock Gen 4s, but they're not bad on here. They're really not bad. And all in all, you know, I like the way it feels. I definitely like the way it feels, the way it presents. It fits in all my holster still. You know, if you put this against your body, it gives you a little soft texture. Even though it's like a rubber type of material, it gives you a little soft texture to have on your body, which isn't bad. Shooting it was fine. Like I mentioned, I don't know if the recoil was lessened. I'm not going to do that test where, you know, where you sit there and you got to take the camera and go through frame by frame. I'm not doing that. You can see the video. I put the footage in there. Y'all can see the video to see if the recoil was, you know, good or bad or whatever. Good. So I gotta say, man, this Hogue Grip has been, it's been the real deal. It's the real deal. I can't front on it at all. 100%. This thing works. It reduces the recoil. It felt really good in my hand, even though it takes some getting used to, in my opinion, you know, because it makes your grip thicker, pause, but it makes it thicker or wider or whatever. So it's a little, you know, bit different to carry and to hold on to. But when you take it to the range out here, it does its thing. I can't say that it was a noticeable recoil reduction. I can't say that, but I could say that it wasn't worse. But, you know, I do like it, so I probably will keep it on here and run it the way, you know, that this is already set up and configured. But all in all, solid piece, solid accessories, just something else to add to my Glock 43X. Finishing the build, still waiting on my optic to either come back or them send me a new one, or me just grab another one. I might grab something just because I'm tired of waiting on it or whatever. But Just another piece that I added on here to try to wrap up my build on this Glock 43X. So we're working on trying to wrap it up, gun family. Solid piece though, you know. But for the ticket on this, it's something that is worth trying out. It's not like you paying $100, $200, $300. $15, you know. So $15 gets you an accessory that might change your experience with the Glock 43X or any other firearm that you have. So I would deem it definitely something that is worth a try. I figured if I don't like it, I don't like it. It's only 15 bucks. Nothing major. But all in all, solid pickup. Shout out to Adrian Mateo from Adrian Mateo Guns, because he is the reason I bought this. I promise you, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got this. And I really feel like he is the catalyst. He pushed this like so much to the point where I was like, you know, I gotta try it out, because he swear by them, you know what I mean? He swear by them that they dope. You know, he always tell me they dope. So I'm like, all right, let me try one out. So yeah, so I think that they nice. That's what it looked like. It's my 43X setup, minus my light and minus my optic. But that's what it looked like. You got the finger grooves, palm swell. You see how thick that swell is in there. But it's nice. It's a nice addition to my Glock 43X. All right. But it's Urban Gun Reviews. If you like this video or you feel like you learned something from this video, let me know by clicking the thumbs up. Also, you can let me know by leaving a comment so I know you've seen the video and you was here. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do that by clicking on my logo in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. If you're not following me on all my social media sites, hold on, let me go back. I ain't even gonna edit that, I'm just gonna go back. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the bell notifications so you can be notified whenever I upload new content or post anything. Now let's fast forward. If you want to follow me on all my social media sites, all those links are in the description. But we out to the next time, gun family. Stay blessed. Stay strapped. We out.